Hi everyone, how are you today? All right, to start our math lesson today, we're going to do some warm-up facts with our tens. So you will need paper, pencil, marker, crayon, something. So pause the video if you need it, go off and get it, come back real quick, okay? All right, we ready? All right, so our focus of our lesson today is all about facts, multiplication facts of 10. So we're going to warm up with some of those and see how we do. You know, anytime we do something like this, if you need to pause the video at any time, go ahead and pause it and come back or figure out the answer and then come back to us, okay? All right, so first problem is 10 times 4. 10 times 4. Right, write down the product of 10 times 4. 10 times 4, the product is 40. All right, okay, erase or do the next one. Here we are. I'm going to write it smaller up here. And then I'm going to write a bigger one. Here we go. Here's the next one. Let's do 6 times 10. 6 times 10. Okay, 6 times 10, write down the product of 6 times 10. 6 times 10, the product is 60. Erase. Here's the next one. We're going to do 2 more. The next one is, let's do 10 times 8. 10 times 8. Please write the product of 10 times 8. Ready to check yours with mine? Here we go. 10 times 8 is 80. Okay, erase or find a new place to do the next one. The last one is, let's do 3 times 10. 3 times 10. All right, 3 times 10. Write down the product of 3 times 10. Ready to check yours with mine? 3 times 10. 3 times 10 is 30. All right, so I'm hoping you're remembering that when we were in class together, when we started our multiplication facts, that we discovered the pattern of I'm trying to get that glare that's on the window that's way over there. I don't know how it's getting over here, but anyway, when we were doing the multiplication facts of times 10, remember that the pattern we saw when we multiplied times 10 is we take the other factor, 3, that number goes in the tens place, and we just add a 0. So with 10 times 8, we write down the 8 and add a 0. 10 times 4, we wrote down 4 and we added the 0. 10 times 6, we write down the 6 and we add a 0. So 10 times 9, we would bring down the 9 and add a 0. It would be 90. So we're going to use what we know about times 10 facts. I'm going to take that a little bit further, all right? Now, watch what happens. Clean up my slate here. Watch what happens when I write down this fact. So instead of writing down times 10, there are other factors of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Those are all factors of 10. Watch what happens when I do this. So this time, I'm going to write down, first of all, I'm going to write down 2 facts. So 7 times 3, that's not a factor of 10. That's a basic math fact. I know that 7 times 3, or 7 groups of 3, gives me the result or the product of 21. Now watch this though. Instead of 7 times 3, I'm going to write down 70 times 3. Now I'm going to use what I know about that basic math fact. I know that 7 times 3 is 21. So I'm going to write down that basic math fact. And just like I did with my other factors of 10, I'm just going to bring down the 0. So 70 times 3 is 210. 210, or I could think of it as 21 tens. All right, watch me do another one, then I'm going to have you do 2 along with me. So this time I'm going to do the basic math fact of 4 times 8. 4 times 8. I know that 4 times 8, or 4 groups of 8, would give me the product of 32. Now, I'm going to keep that locked in my brain when I multiply this. 40 times 8. 40 times 8, that's a group of 10, so I'm going to use the same patterns that I use when I multiply by 10. I'm first going to look for that small multiplication fact inside the big one. 4 times 8. I know that 4 times 8 is 32. And I'm just going to bring my 0 on down, my 0 from the 40s. So 4 times 8 is 32. 40 times 8 is 320, or 32 tens. Okay, you ready to try this with me? I know you can do it. I know you can. All right, so find a spot on your paper or erase your slate if you have one. We're going to start with the basic multiplication fact of, let's do 4 times 4. 4 times 4. So 4 groups of 4. Remember, if you have to pause the video to figure that out, do that and come back real quick. Right? 4 times 4 gives me the product of 16. Right, now I want for you to write 40 times 4. 40. 40 times 4. Now, where's your basic fact at? Your basic fact is right here. 4 times 4. We already figured it out. 4 times 4 is 16. So write down your 16. And then bring your 0 on down. It's 160, or 16 tens. Okay, all right, let's try one more. Let's this time do the basic multiplication fact of 5 times 3. 5 times 3. All right, write down the product. 5 times 3 are 5 groups of 3, or 3 groups of 5. I know that that gives me the product of 15. I'm going to take that knowledge to the next problem. We're going to do 50 times 3. 50 times 3. So I see my basic fact in here, 5 times 3. I see it right here. 5 times 3 is still 15. Bring the 0 on down. 150, or 15 tens. All right, so today on your assignment, you have 3 things to do. You have several problems like these that we just did, multiplying times tens. And then part 2 is I've given you 2 factors in a product. You're going to make a fact family. Remember, fact family is 2 multiplication facts and 2 division facts. And then make sure you scroll all the way down. Part 3 is a practice with some distributive property again. All right. Okay, off you go to work. You're making me proud. Nice job. See you later, friends.